Hi, fifth graders. Here's your ELA lesson for today. Your essential question is, how do all the features of the text help readers predict what the text is about? Today you will preview a text to determine how the nonfiction features connect to the overall topic, and you'll engage in a pre-writing activity about a topic. Here's the directions. First, you'll listen to this lesson and closely follow along. You will first fill out the TELL, graphic organizer. You will read a nonfiction article and you will fill out the concentric circles chart as you read. Then follow the steps to complete the assignment. The directions are also written for you on the last side, and you may listen to this lesson as many times as you would like. Submit your completed assignment to your teacher by the due date. Here's the TELL or TELL graphic organizer. Each letter stands for something you need to think about and fill in on each of these boxes. The title of your article is All Aboard the Underground Railroad. You're going to look at the article on the next page. There's a link to see the entire article. You're going to skim and scan to try to get some things in your mind about what you're going to write here before you even start reading. So the first box says, what is the title? Tell me about the topic. So you'll look at the title, read it, and then you might start your writing in this box, something like, the title tells me, write what you think. The next one is the E and the L. Examine the features. What clues do they give about the topic? Remember, the features are things like headings, captions, bold print, etc. Then look at the words in bold or italics. What do they mean, and how do they relate to the topic? Well, use your background knowledge and other strategies to make an attempt at the meanings. And then the last box is the L. Look up and predict what the text will be about. Write a sentence about your prediction. This should be more detailed than what you wrote up here for the letter T. You might start by saying, I predict the text will, and then based on what you wrote up here, make your prediction here. Then, can you tell someone in your own words what the text will or might be about? Here's what the first page looks like. Here's your title up here. This is the link I added for you to click on to go see the entire article. Let's see what it looks like. So here it is. You'll start reading here, top to bottom, left to right. Remember, down, up here, and down. Then you'll go to the next pages. Let's take a look together down here at the Defining Special Terms section. Follow along as I read it out loud. Defining special terms. Here are some key words used by those involved in the Underground Railroad system. As you read them, notice how the participants use train-related terminology in their own unique way. Railroad trains were new methods of transportation in the 1830s and 1840s. The terms associated with this new invention became useful code words on the Underground Railroad. Conductors provided food, shelter, and directions to runaway slaves and led them from one station to another. Heaven, the promised land, or, I don't know how to say that word. I'm going to keep going. Referred to Canada. Passengers, cargoes, or packages meant fugitive slaves. I'm not sure what that means, but I'm going to keep going. Routes or rails were the many different paths, some by land, some by water, that escaping slaves took to reach freedom. Stations or stops were safe houses or hiding places for the runaways. These included buildings such as churches, homes, and barns. The station master was the person in charge of the hiding place. Here's some important words to know. This part is not required, but you can look up words for their definitions or pronunciations at any time. This is the website I use all the time, thelearnersdictionary.com. Here are words that you heard I got stumped on. This word, all I want to know is, how do I say it? And then this word, I want to know what it means. One of the words from the first page I read was something I'm going to have to do later. It's called concentric circles chart. I just want to know what this word means so that I'm prepared for my assignment. So I'm going to go start with this word. I'm going to go to Learner's Dictionary, and I'm going to type that word in search box. Right here, first of all, it's a proper noun. Starts with a capital. On this microphone, I'm going to click, and it's going to tell me how to say it.
Canaan.
Canaan. All right. I got it. That wasn't too hard. Now I'm going to type in the second one because I want to know what this one means. I'm going to click on the microphone just to make sure I'm saying it right.
Fugitive.
Fugitive, I got that. All right, down here, a person who is running away to avoid being captured. They discovered that the slave was a fugitive. That makes sense in what I read. And then the last one was concentric. What does that mean? See if I'm saying it right.
Concentric.
Good. It means having the same center, like concentric circles. Well, that's what my chart says, so I'm going to go check that out. All right. Here's my concentric circle chart, having the same center. Oh, I see. They kind of overlap. All right. So this graphic organizer, unlike the other tell graphic organizer, you're going to use as you read. The tell graphic organizer you use before you read to get yourself ready. This one we want you to use as you read. So read the first page and then stop and jot. After I read the first page, and write what you're thinking there. Remember that your thoughts can also be questions. Something confuses you, or it could be a statement, or it could be something you already know. Then you're going to keep reading and read the second page. After you read the second page, you're going to stop and jot here. Now, notice you don't have much space, so you don't have to write a lot here. You just have to get some really important quality thoughts down. So after the second page, you'll stop and jot, and it might be something you figured out from the first page, or it might be something totally new, or it could be a new question. Then you're going to keep reading. And after the third page, stop and jot up here. Remember, you don't have much room, but it might clarify this, it might clarify this. What we want to see is you're thinking as you read, as you go along through the passage. What are you thinking? What are you figuring out? Or what confusions do you still have? Now here are the directions. This is on your slides, so you can go back to this at any time. Here's what you're going to do. The first thing before you even start, you need to think about this. You may need an adult or an older reader to read with you, or to read the article aloud as you follow along. You may also read on your own and just do your best, whether it's too hard or too easy or just right, keeping in mind that you will become familiar with the reading because we will use the same article again in the future. So then when you start, first read your tell graphic organizer. You will need to click on the link for the article to skim and scan in order to complete the tell organizer. This is to get you ready to read. You're doing it before you read the article. Then you may then read the article page by page, stopping to jot on the concentric circle chart. This chart shows your thinking and how it may change as you read through the entire article. Finally, think about what you learned today. You may choose to read the article again without stopping, just to practice your strategies and strengthen your understanding of the article as a whole. Go ahead and try it, readers, and do your best.